Well, hello. We are here. Just in the background getting set up. Sorry about the delay. Quick audio check. Okay, right. Guys, we are about to start the stream. So we're going to carry on the Olympus. It's I'm acutely aware it's actually after 6 p.m, which is nuts. So I was down in the gym with Jenny. It's not very warm down there. They don't have any air conditioning. But yeah, anyway, on we go. Let's switch. Ready? Whoop. Hey, there we go. We are online, guys. So I've actually done just a little bit more. So I tried messing around with Gaia to generate a thingy. I think I closed Gaia. No, I didn't close Gaia. I still gonna open. Let's see if I can show you Gaia. Do I show you Gaia? So now let's show you Gaia. Come on. So I'll go find it first. There we go. Okay. Whoop. See if this works. It doesn't work. Let me just refresh this. We'll get it. That's amazing. Right. Right. Gaia. You can see Gaia. Right. Can everyone hear me okay as well? Say hi if you can. Of course, of course, of course. So this is Gaia. Oops, damn it. Oh, of course, I haven't, actually. Oh my goodness me. What an absolute mess, guys. Okay, let's try that again. So this is Gaia. Yeah. Just gonna pop this up here. Let's just have a little look, actually. So, is the Instagram stream running? I should probably chat that. Yes, it is. Hello, everyone on Instagram. How you doing? Okay. So this is Gaia. And, so I used Gaia to create a terrain which I exported as a height map. So we just have a little lecture. Look how gorgeous that is. That's amazing. Like, super cool. And I probably need to export more stuff out of here, to be honest. Yeah. So I was trying to create Mount Olympus, and to be honest, I don't. It looks great in Gaia. I think I've got a lot of work to do to get it right in Blender. So we exported both the diffuse map and also the site map. But obviously, hey, you're looking at it quite close up and it's quite rough. But we'll refine that over time, okay? But I'll show you then what that looks like. So if I just sort of hide this a sec, I'm gonna bring Blender back. Where have you gone, Blender? There's Blender. Hello. Okay. So if I show you the terrain as it was imported, just using the diffuse and the height map, that's kind of what we've got there. So it's, I've put it through quite a lot of decimation. You can see just over here, the decimation is all the way down the bottom to really take that complexity down. If I show you what that looks like, yeah, you can kind of see, I'm not going to keep the whole thing. I'm probably going to start, once I commit this, I'm going to start sculpting it down. But you see it's placed quite nice. Not all the buildings are touching the floor, so I'll probably have to extend them when I'm a bit happier. When there's a lot of work to be done yet, so let's come back from that, guys. Okay, so yeah, this needs to go down a bit. Probably something like that. Yeah, that feels about right, and I think this is gonna have to slide down as well. But I think I want to put like a staircase. Yeah. We've got so much more flexibility open to us now because, obviously we're working directly with vertices, and I always sort of hinted that once we got direct vertex manipulation available to us in Horizon Worlds via tools like Blender or whatever, then we could start doing really creative. So the next thing I was going to do, guys, was a staircase. So what am I actually trying to do here? Well, so it's a good question. So if I show you the reference diagram, so that's the old sort of blocky model. Now, I always wanted to make this nice and sexy and curved, but obviously that was never gonna be easy in Horizon, so I just had to sort of patch it together with all this crap here. So what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do is I moved this up slightly just to compare it. If I G and slide that down to about, okay, so Control Shift and D, we select that, we put it down on Z to about here. Great, there we go. Wonderful. Now what I want to do is I want to array this. So if I just pull this in here, I think what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to G and Z that up to about here, okay? And then I'm going to snap that across to here. There we go, that's more like it. So if I now add a modifier, and that modifier is going to be the array tool. So that seems to be the right factor. It's on the X. Oh no, it's not. I need to go -1. Great. And then on the Z, bear in mind a factor of 1 will literally dip it downwards. Oh, upwards. I'm sorry, -1. There we go. If anyone's out there, by the way, please feel free to say hello. Also, if you're not already following me, please do consider doing that. So follow on, follow on Twitch, or subscribe on YouTube. It does help me out and it's free. Instead, don't ask for subscriptions on Twitch. Keep your money and go and send them over to other people, like Clyde or Steffi or Ophelia, or anyone else that's sort of streaming from the gang. Throw your subscriptions at those guys, not me. Right. So I need to form this up. So I'm going to sort of bring this down, to about here, okay, just so I can kind of see. I'm a bit scared to use these things, so I feel like misguide me a bit. This way. Oh, I could kind of use this view, I guess. Okay, oh, hello. How you doing, Ophelia? You okay? I am watching the Instagram chat. I'm watching all the chats. All of the chats. Yeah. Well, okay. Don't throw money at Ophelia, then I've just been told. Throw it at Clyde. Oh, Staffy. Okay. Yeah. And do chat. Clyde is in my friends list on Twitch. He does put on a great show. He does it multiple times a week, so make sure you turn up to games night. If you like Sims, then follow Staffy. She's doing a lot of Sims streaming. Sorry, I'm getting awfully bloody confused here. What the hell am I doing? But yeah, so I need to offset this. I didn't count the number of stairs. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I think it's about 26, guys. Let's do this, really. Ole. 26 steps coming your way. Right in your face. Okay, so, oh, Jesus, I really messed this up. Got everything going all kinds of directions, though. That's nuts. So let's set that back to 0. There we go. And now what I need to do is I need to up the... Oh, I need to go this way. Oh, I'm close. Oh, I think that's probably it, to be honest. It's close enough, isn't it? Let's do 0.1 and 9. Oh, that's so close, right? 1.75. Ooh, 1.7. Oh my god, we get so close. 6.5. Being right near or nearabouts, to be honest. I'm kind of happy with that. That's good. So we're just going to take that upwards now. You can see the original staircase kind of did this straight line and break and straight line, and we could do that. Hi, Soph. How you doing? I have had a good day, thank you, Ophelia. How have you been? Sorry, that word didn't go. Oh, everything's going bing-a-ling. And we got Brooke Tech as well. Hello, Brooke Tech. And hello, Sophie, over on Twitch. Okay, so we are going to we're going to do a curve now. So that the title of this video, I think on at least one channel is we're throwing some curves down. And that is a bit of a close to what we're doing today. So we've got the array already on those steps. So what's magical here, you can see I've taken one block, literally one block right there, right? Just let me just show you that. Boop, that's the block. And through the magic of Blender's arrays down here, we've made that turn into a whole sequence of steps. Now we're not going to stop. There it goes. We're going to add another modifier, which is going to be called subdivision surface, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Whoa! So by default, when you apply a subdivision surface, it subdivides, but it kind of applies a smoothing. So they call it Catmull Clark just here. So if I click on simple, hey, Brooke Tech, how you doing? I'm good, thanks, Self. Boop. Okay. So now what we've done, you can see, is that subdivision. Well, actually, we can't see it. I need to... Oh, bugger. You don't get to see it in here. Wait until I apply the next one. So I'm going to jump up top, okay? Woo! What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a curve. Now, before I do that, I'm being quite meticulous with my sort of collections here, sub-collections. So this is going to be called curves, okay? I'm going to add this curve because curves are not exportable. They're not really a thing like a geometry that you can export to horizons. So I'm going to bring in a... Make sure we're in object mode. We are, that's good. Here. Allow that. So the curve that we're going... I kind of want to do... I've been getting very friendly with paths recently. Paths... But I'm sure Bezier curves are... Yeah, Bezier curves are interesting, but I like paths. Okay, so you can see the path already has sort of a few points to it. And if we edit that path, let's just take that down, I guess? Sure. Let's delete the vertices there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of G that across to here, maybe? And then... Oh, wait. Oh, I might have fucked this up. Hang on. Let's go back. What I need to do is get rid of that curve. So let's get rid of that NURBS path. Yeah, oh. I need to come out of the edit there. We're going to delete him, right? Boop. And then we're going to go back into curves. We're going to do... we will use a Bezier curve. This is going to go horribly wrong. I could also use a circle, but... And let's go with the Bezier curve. Okay. So, Bezier curves are well sexy. They're like the curviest things in the galaxy. And they look a bit like that. You see it, babe? Looks like a random pew. Oh yeah, let me just... let me just lock this up here a sec. And then what I do... Oh my god. I grab just this, okay? And I'm going to drag him just down to here. Okay? So look this sideways and see what's going on. Oh, holy cow. I don't. Uh-oh. I hate me know where he is. Ah. Yeah. So straight away I can see that that curve is gonna need to come down. So if I G and Z that down to about here, okay? Now I need to edit this. And this needs to come down to... I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Let's just make a random guess with this, eh? Oh, shoot. Oh, actually, that's a good view. So if we just take that down to here... Oh. Okay, I mean, that's way off, of course. But if I now just pull that down to about here, let's see what happens. So my curve is not really a curve just yet. But that's okay. Not all curves are born equal. So I just turn that away, look. I've got myself put a sexy little line going on here. So if I now... this song sounds a bit like Tiny Dancer by Elton John. You've seen some real tigers. Brooke Tech, I believe it's your birthday today, is that correct? Yes, and happy birthday. Well done, Ophelia. Yeah. Happy birthday to Brooke Tech. What am I building, Soph? I'll give you a clue. See if you can tell what it is. Depends how well you know my builds. You've probably seen this one before. It's not a random stray pube, I promise. I'm not literally building a pube, but I'm trying a whole new bunch of techniques. So, and we just hop it down here. What I need to do now, okay, is now I've got that random, I kind of want to call it a pube, but it's not a pube. Yeah, we'll call it a pube. It's a curve. Shut up. I don't. Yeah, I want me to. Is we give pube. We apply a modifier, which is going to be a no more shit. It's going to be a deform, and it's going to be a curve. There we go. So now we've done that, we can basically drag this pube into the object. Boop. And what I'm expecting to happen now is something really bizarre. So we get rid of the reference model, guys. You ready? See, that didn't work at all. Let's try the deform axis here and here. Nah, it hates me. But that's okay. I think I probably need to play with this. Let's move this around. Curves can be argumentative. Ew. It's not what I want. So if I G that and pull it over here, what was... Oh my god, look at this. Whoa! I probably need to F3 and make sure the origin to geometry, and then make sure I apply possibly the scale. And I'll try that. And then if I just pull this over here, perpendicular to the CPU. What? Spy skills are getting back together. That's amazing. Yeah, I like spy skills. They're fun. Spy Sack Alive! Yeah, I just said that. So, the form axis, we've got, let's try a few different things. So the Commedia, let's try that on the, I think it was the Zev, isn't it? Oh, fuck, hello, Mel. And, nope. We might be here a while, guys. I confess. I have no idea if I'm fucking mirror, but it's okay. Wait. This never stopped me before, put it that way. I thought I was seeing things. Where is this? Okay. If I rotate it, what happens? Oh, what the hell is the origin doing all the way there? That's crazy. What are you doing, you strange beast? Hang on. Oh, I see. It's because of the... Whoa. Doesn't make any sense. Hang on. Right. Oh my god, that's so weird. I love it. Yeah, it's... So the deform operation is not helping. Oh no, subdivision's okay. To the left. So okay, admittedly, I've done curves before on flat. I've never tried doing a diagonal one. That's so hilarious that that's not working. Go up. Come on, you bugger. Right, is it the pube one hit to yeah, let's try that. So if I do was it Control A scale and a yes location rotation, I honestly don't know what the hell I'm doing. And we say origin to geometry. That actually did do something over here then. I noticed that. Something did go quite well over here. So let's select that. Tap a staircase and let's go again. So if I pull this over to here. Oh, what the hell? It's so much fun. How's this? Did I need to go with me? Well, it is a pube. It looks like a stray pube. It's alone, sitting there, harmless enough. But like you can see, look, that little orange dot just here. That's the actual origin of the table, because it's going through a curve. Maybe if I try it like, what's this? Oh my god, no. Yeah. That's well then. Oh, it hates me. It hates me. But basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to work this graph out, and when I finally get it, it'll make sense, but gotta keep my eyes on the origin. So this is based upon an existing world. The existing world looks a bit like... The existing world looks a bit like that. But I'm trying to now remodel it in Trimesh. So I've clicked a bunch of stuff. I don't know how well that's going to go. So the new one looks like that so far. It is self. Well done, well done. That's exactly what it is. I was going to build Mykonos, but I need to take a step back, because Mykonos I want to do, it would be quite a small build. And I think it would be more prudent to just get the hang of a few things like displacement first. My skills are lacking. Now what's interesting actually, is this the fault of the subdivision not being enough? I'm just gonna put subdivision at the sack and then we'll bring back in the curve and see what happens. Oh, holy hell. Oh. Hello, Official Daniel. We are honoured to have the Official Daniel, the one and only Official Daniel on the... Oh, is this... I wonder, guys, if I've already screened this up. I think because... No. I'm gonna try doing it again, okay? So I'm gonna bring in a thingy again. Okay. Up here. And we're gonna say, yeah, curve. I'm gonna bring in a circle, I think. Yeah. I don't trust the Bezier curves. I know we got the hang of them before. So if I now just pull that up this way. So the art to this is we're not actually gonna use the full circle to do this. We're going to position it just to use a partial section of the circle. So, oh, I just hiccuped. Okay. Great. Now, if I just pull this down to here. So we're going to say, so the staircase here. Oh, hey, Miss Cupcake. A decorating, huh? Wow. Fact. Yeah, it's really warm. Me and Jenny were down in the gym and it was, it was so warm. Okay. Alright, so we just applied... Oh, that's actually doing kind of what I wanted it to do, but... Yeah, it took a circle, but the circle, notice, is flat, it's not angled. I wonder if that's what I was missing. So let's just pull him back to... what the fudge? Come on now. What you doing? It's kind of, yeah, you can see I've kind of got the shape I want, but it's just not... I've got a lot of practice to be doing here. I think this is maybe a weak spot of mine. Just a quick mention, Coached is tonight, so at 9 PM UK time. Master Coach will be, I won't see seconds, taking his usual weekly coaching session. I'll be there, a bunch of us will be there. Hello, it's Cupcake, how you doing? How are you today? Now, let's just, I'm gonna just bring this, no, not gonna bring that in, I'm gonna bring that in, and this in, okay? And then I'm gonna just go to focused view. So the way I did that, guys, every time you sort of want to focus on something, you just shift select the objects, and then press D/key on the bottom right hand side of the keyboard, and that allows you to just focus in on just those objects and cut out all the other background noise. Very, very useful if you're having trouble with other objects in the way. So now with that, I'm going to just try messing around with this. So let's move this into here. Cool. See, I quite like that curve. That's quite fancy. I kind of want to scale it and see what happens. Not on the Z now. Scale it on the X. Oh. Hey, that's cool. So if I G that up to sort of... That's quite a nice curve, isn't it? That's gone up the wall. Doesn't like that either. But I wonder if I just sort of start it here. Yeah, I'm with it. Cool. It's a nice curve. I look at it's a nice curve. It's not quite as equal as I want it though. So if I go, let's just test what happens if I. Oh wow! Look at that. That's some Alice in Wonderland level surprise. That is definitely not what I want. Let's try the -X and see what happens. Oh no! Oh, that's crazy. Right, let's take it back to here. So I'm just gonna go side. And if we let's pull this over here. Oh. Okay. Oh no, that's gone wrong. It's all about just working out where does this thing begin. Okay. Let's go feel around. See where that sweet spot is, right? Well. Ugh. Hello. I'm gonna just try this now. G-Z down. Does that make any difference? Right, so drag it on the Z-axis doesn't do diddly squat, which is great. So if I G it down to here, let's see what happens. So, I mean, I'm looking at the angle and I'm thinking, what if I scale this? Oh, hello. Oh, that was kind of fun. Do you see that? Look. I kind of want to, if I grab this and this, now if I move them or rotate them together, we should keep the curve as a constant. So if I just rotate it, so, oh, look at that. And then we're just gonna pull us over here. Oof, okay. I mean, what's our reference model looking like, eh? Could we not go for the same build? Back. I mean, it's following the same path, kinda. It's good. And we can work with that. Still not quite where I want it to be. So if I G that and then it would be well for free space. Okay, well, actually it's like it's just 2. Ooh. Good stuff. If anyone's watching on YouTube, by the way, please do subscribe, and it's free to do so. And also, please hit the like button on the video. That always goes down well. Thank you. I mean, you know, a lot of people will stop by, watch the show, and they'll just forget that they were watching to like half an hour. If you get to hit the link button, the like button, lick button, can you imagine we could just lick people? That stream was so great, I wanted to lick you. That would be mad. But yeah, so if we just rotate that a little bit more, okay? So I'm not entirely happy with this curve. If I bring that down, we're gonna just say G and then that X. Oh, okay. Wonderful, that's already looking a lot better than the one I did in the banter version of Hue Olympus, which frankly was fine. I mean, it was a year and a half ago. My stills are at a very different level. But still, I'm not happy with this expando crap. It's not right. At the lick button. Can you imagine if every time you hit lick it just went slap? Okay. So, so we're just gonna move that over. So what can we do here? Oh wow, look at that. Bomb, 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 bomb. I actually have some beers for tonight. I've been a bit bad with the beers tonight, though. Full confession. I'm not Australian Belky. I am, however, Welsh. And the Welsh do like to drink. And I'm not just saying that to excuse a bad habit. When the sun is out, I do like to have a drink. And it's always fun. However, I did go see a doctor the other day about something unrelated, and they did say, you've got to stop drinking so much. I'm like, well, I don't drink that much. I tend to really drink on weekends. But to be honest, we're coming up to the May Day bank holiday, right? Nah. We don't get many bank holidays a year, do we, in the UK? So, oh, look at this. What is that monster? Okay, this is going to take a lot of fiddling. But look at this, it kind of goes through the loop when I go down there. That's fun. So yeah, I do love bank holidays. I had to explain to Jerry in the UK when we get a bank holiday. Like, people just wet their tops off and sit around in the back garden. Drinking beer all day. Kinda. Not everyone, obviously, but it's one of those things to do. You don't get great weather that often, so. A wee chance to get some quality vitamin D exposure over here. Stay. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to, like, fiddle with this a bit more to get it how I want it, but at least it's in the right sort of, zone, I guess? Oh my. Okay. Oh. Anyway. I mean, the array is nearly near as damage. So if I just say, yeah, take that to like 8. And then we say like, maybe 70? We're near it. But it's a bit further over than I'd like, but the advantage with this, guys, is that, oh shit. That's hysterical. Okay, so now we need to unfocus this and just work on this, okay? Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's good. So what I can do is I can subdivide. So, no sauce anyways. Loop, cut, and slide. Loop, cut, and slide. So if I just put this here, I may say, yes, please. Okay, now that wasn't immediately obvious what that did. It's okay, I got a plan. So if I loop select this, and I G this across too. Oh, look at that. Look at that, jank. Whoa! If I grab that and do in the X. Oh no, we don't do the X, we want to do the Y, please. Oh, hell's bells. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to just slide that there. It's very, very imprecise, okay? Your G. Was it X again? No, it was Y. Yeah, I can never bloody remember. Okay. I mean, there or thereabouts. I'll come back and change this. So the great thing about using like non-destructive modifiers is that you can ramble your way through and it doesn't matter too much. Again, keep the geometry simple as well. Pretty cool. So if I now extrude upwards, check what happens. Whoa. Oh my god. I mean, it looks a bit crap, to be honest, but whatever. Let's just see how that looks now when we come out. Oh, look at that. We have ourselves a very strange looking staircase, or at least a grey box of a staircase. So, perfect. So if I now just bring everything back, real. Okay, so that's really gone up the wazoo. So adding an extra boxes has made it, obviously, more down on the Z. So if I just bring this, oh shit, upwards. Another one. Oh no, not that much. What's the increment on that? So that needs to be more like, it would give them up. 1, 2. That was a bloody good guess. It's a bloody good guess. I'm quite impressed by that. Well done. Cool. Random is the only way, guys. Heck, we got this. So, so if I just G and oh my god, we have Tom Jupiter on the Instagram chat. Hello, Tom. We have Tom Jupiter. Tom is one of the, I probably actually sing the, I don't want to play favourites, but he's definitely my favourite British builder on the platform. I think he's the best, but that's just me. There are, however, not to darken it, there are a lot of incredibly talented British builders who are tough. But, the sky is bright. Okay. Oh no. G and Z. We need to go up a little. E up. No. Okay. So. G Z. Now I need to kind of. Oh shit, not Z. And it's not G either. What am I doing? Oh, gone mental. Z. Bonk. Come on. Okay, we got this. We got this. G and then a Y, and we're just gonna slide you. It's being a bit naughty today, but I may have to just increase the number of steps to get this working the way I want it to. But R and then rotate on this. G and then a Y, and we're just gonna no. Oh shit, that's kind of cool. Oh, yeah. Come on, then, you gigantic melon. Let's do this. Right. Up. Just turn it. It's not hard. So I need to try and visualize where that's going to go. If I just go like there, and I G it, I need to make sure it doesn't snap. Really thinking, oh, I end up falling off a thingy. Oh no, it snapped. You could just turn off snapping. That would be easier. The problem is it's snapping up and down, right? So I could do with turning off the landscape. I think this thing is struggling. Let's turn it off. There we go. Oh no, it's just. Oh, there we go. That's quite a neat. Right, so now I think. Hello. So the curve, I think, needs to move. We just, oh, shoot. Oh, house, look at that. That's impressive. Scan it down a bit. G. Okay, let's do it. Ready? Wonderful. Now that's more like it, guys. We have a staircase. Now, I think if I just check the reference map again, should we see? It doesn't quite have the same feel as the older one, but it looks kind of cool. Oops, oh no, what did we do that? So, you can see we're kind of in the right ballpark. I'll probably squish it a little bit once I've applied it. I kind of want to do it now, actually. Let's just call this stairs. So we'll call this bolt stairs, because it goes to the bolt platform. And yeah, that should be it. Boopity boop boop. Okay. I think with this, I'm gonna Z 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2. Oh no, sorry, I was going upward, downwards. It's a negative number. 2, 4. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not quite the same. It doesn't end in the same place, but that's. I just for shits and giggles, I want to see what happens if I apply that. Oh shit. If I'm gonna save this first. If I apply that. No, put forward. If I apply this, and then I apply that, and then I apply that, let's see what happens. Now, without that curve influence, which I just couldn't for love nor money work out what the hell I was doing, if I now scale on the x-axis. Oh, Wait a sec. A 3. Origin to geometry, okay? If I now scale it on the axis. Really? White one I had in mind, but okay. Maybe on the y-axis. Oh shit, what the hell? I know. Scale it on the X. Do it that way. Wait. Okay, so if I now G that and push that just here. That might mean it's sort of narrows, which isn't sort of part of the plan. Just wanna, if I set this up here to global, I should be able to scale this on the Y. So if I just, okay, and now if I G this, I G it on the Y up to here, I wonder. Has that done the magic? Turn off the reference. It's certainly appearing in kind of the right place. This can be shoved up, I think, to be some kind of canvas. I think we're so done, but that's kind of working for me, right? It's doing the job. It's sort of connecting now. I may need to G and Y just a bit more. Looks a bit ramshackle at the top. R and then Z it. G, Y, Y. Okay, I mean, R and X. Tune it that away a bit. G and Y. I think we're there. That's working for me, guys. That is working for me. Bit of a shame I had to apply that, but at least we've got the right idea here, okay? Which is nice. So that's one staircase done. Hooray! So now we've got this old staircase, which again, if I bring up the reference model here, you can see that's a very simple one to model. So I'm just going to bring in a mesh just to make cube. And we're going to G that across to maybe only 10 snacking on now. So up to here, we're in the right place. So see for me, stairs. Dionysus _ stairs. Okay, and what we do, and see how that sort of boots down to there. That's lovely. And if I, just turn off the reference. So we're gonna Control Shift and V, grab that, flop it there. We're gonna grab that, we're gonna Control Shift V, grab that in here. So again, just Control Shift and V is not a standard Blender utility, okay guys? It is a $1 add-on that they got from Blender Market, which to be honest has paid itself off in terms of how awesome it is so many times over. $1. Because it's just such a silly little feature that lets you snap things in Blender in the way you've kind of always wanted to. Just let's send this down to the depths of the deep blue sea, just here. So, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a modifier, and this simply is going to be an array. And I can see that needs to go -1 here, okay? So that's interesting, isn't it? Then, even though it's arrayed by that factor, doesn't seem, it's left a gap which suggests all is not as it seems. So if I go to here and I say right you bunk, and it's not gonna register that. That's for shame. Let's try again. Some. The hell? Okay. No, wait. Oh, that's so weird. Why did it do that? I mean... Okay, we're gonna just drop that down and said, oh shit, too much. So see, 0.07? Oh, minus 0.07. That's too much, so minus 0.1. I mean, that was a bloody good guess, but we're still at this awful gap. What's happened here? I just, look at it straight down. I can't see anything untoward there at earliest, unless it's just confused. Maybe if I apply the scale on this. Yeah. Weird. Don't know why that's about happening. Not the end of the world, guys. We can just scoop that in that way. So I can take that step Ken up to about there. Well, look, it's not straight, look. Have I what the problem is? Well, okay, well. Now. I think I want to do this. It's fine. Does it matter? It's not entirely square, and it kind of does spell trouble a bit, but, you know, it's okay. So, let's say 0.013? No, not 0.08. Close, okay, 0.07? 0.075. I mean, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, that's okay. We now have a salvage staircase, guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Leaving. Beautiful. So it is 7 o'clock. Let's have a quick go at building some columns, I think. What say you? So again, what I'm doing here is to stretch all this, is just to get the initial sort of staircases in. But we know and love. I'm loving that curve. Although I don't like the way the curve got quite fat at the bottom, although the more I stare at them, I'm getting used to it, but it's clear I need to do more work with curves. I'm not wrangling curves as well as I could be. Wrangling is an exciting word. But yeah, you can see the, just check the subdivisions on this a sec, because I could probably do as decimate in this. Oh, look. Look what I've done here. So that's terrible. What I've done is I've introduced so much complexity here from the subdivisions that is going to come back to bite me on the butt cheek. So if I add a modifier in here, we can and it generates, we can decimate. So at a ratio of 1, that's full complexity. If I now take that then to 0.5, you'll see it halves the complexity. In a sec. It's got a lot of calculation to do here. It's just divided every bloody face way too much. And there are tools as well which allow you to remesh stuff which you've really screwed up. I would class this in the screw up. Because it is. By the way, if anyone's watching YouTube, please do click the like button. It does help me get noticed. And I very much appreciate it. Thank you. So if I now take this down to maybe 0.1, let's see what happens. Okay. You're going to give it a sec, because it's got some work to do. It's kind of solving the problem of complexity here by narrowing down the amount of vertices in this. We still want it to be nice and, you know, sexy and curvy, but it's just give it a sec, it will work. Ooh, that nearly crashed. Jesus. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. I had a bacon sandwich on my way back from the gym, which is probably not the best thing I could have eaten, but whatever. Look at all this as well, though. And now plane is a good one to use in certain contexts. So it might work out that these are far too complex for what they need to be. So if I just switch the solver across the planar, let's see what happens, guys. Yeah, the amount of faces used in the staircase is at 450. That's nearly 500,000 even at like 10% off. That's just silly. It's way too much. Film. Him. Just give me a sec, it's got a lot of work to do. This planar solve is quite difficult, but planar is going to give us some interesting results, I think. So it doesn't crash. I probably should have saved before I started doing this. Yeah. New. Think it's still going. This could take a while. Anyway, let's talk about our days. How have our days been, guys? Oh, Blender can be a harsh mistress at times. To me, you'll play with some AI in the background while it's sort of working its way. Oh, look at that! Guys, look at that. So using the planar solver, there's no wonder it's taken so long. It's basically taken all that complexity right down to no more complex than it needs to be, which is incredible. It's taken it down. Remember, we were looking at 500,000 faces, guys. 500,000 faces. Oh, good to hear, Ophelia. You know, we'll catch up in a bit. I'm gonna cook dinner at some point for me and Jenny, although she has just had a snack all the way back from the gym, and so then I've had a bacon sandwich, so I'm just letting that go down first. But then we'll be having some fish, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Good, good to hear you've had a good day, though. But yeah, the planar solve, like in the Decimate, because this is a relatively flat object, it's been able to reduce that, what would have been millions of faces, down to 461. That's very, very efficient for a game engine. So I'm gonna, without any further ado, I'm literally gonna apply that now. Now it's probably gonna lock up on me, but it's so worth it. But when I apply this, it removes all those access vertices you were looking at before. Yeah, and while it's doing that, guys, I'm just gonna sort of let it crunch its numbers. And I'm gonna go play with generating some more AI images. I've got some Maypole stuff coming soon. Some might be a little bit too sexy, but you know, maybe I'll post them on certain networks. I don't know. I don't always post the same images to different networks. It depends. Like, for example, TikTok, I never do any of the live action stuff on. If TikTok's used so much as a bare leg, they basically pan me. It's just stupid. Like, it's like the 1960s all over again, or 50s. Yeah. Cigaretto, hello. It's been a while. How are you doing? Sorry about this. This will finish. I'm confident. It's just it's got a lot of crunching to do. Oh, there we go. It's done. It's done. Perfect. So that has now turned that staircase into quite a beautiful thing, actually. I really like that. Yeah. So here's a peek at some of the texturing that's coming in. So again, one of the great things about Olympus is it didn't really have any textures in it. Not really. Just a big white structure. So, ignore I haven't focused on actually sorting out the UV maps at this point, but that will be coming. If I just give you a little sneaky peek. Now, there's some talk that I'll be potentially baking the light into this. So, the light positioning can be set up flexibly, okay? But however, I've got to get the right angles and everything before I kick that off. So I spent so long playing around with this in Banter trying to get this, the perfect angles. And what I largely came to is I went for sort of a slightly brighter ambient light. Which if I look in the scene, actually, I wonder, I can never bloody remember where it was. I do potentially want to bake this. That could be pretty good. So, yeah, should be fun. Now, columns I want to look at before we push on too far, guys. So if I just sort of come back to here. I'm really looking forward to launching New Olympus again, you know. I feel that's going to be such a wonderful thing. But then I would say that, of course. So let's bring in the reference model. So what I do want to do for this now is I want to find what I called this box in here, main hall column. And what we're going to do is we are going to add a modifier in here, and that modifier is going to be an array. I will there squidge that out, okay? So they'll try and match up with the second one. That's where right, is she? And Callie. And then we're going to take that up to 5 as a count. So. Great. That's wonderful. Now what I want to do is to operate on these. So if I just turn off the wrap. And we're going to just say F3. We're going to do a bit of a bevel here, dudes. So now the question is what sort of bevel we do. So if I say bevel edges and just oh shit. No, that was funny. Oh look, it's using my custom it's using my custom bevel from earlier. That's nonsense. Right, so I need to set this preset back to here. And actually I would like to... Oh, that's kind of fun looking. So I'm gonna say profile type super ellipse. Okay. So I need to take the segments down to something a little less wild. I think that's gonna be okay. Yeah, that must be okay. And then we take the width down as well. Cool. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Right, I think that's gonna be okay. So if I just end that, just beveled that, so that should be okay. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to Shift D, and then we're going to rotate on the x-axis by 90 degrees. No, 180. Okay, and then I will have to go around removing all the back faces. Well, if this is going to be baked, that's a process you just can't avoid. So those are up there now. You can see they're on the roof. Delightful. The top and bottom, and then we're gonna sorry, I just need to press the right buttons here. So we're gonna say I'm in object mode, that's good. Mesh is gonna be a cylinder, I think. And I think 32 is probably okay. Let's do that. That's not plain ball, so Control Shift and V. Select bottom edge. Constraint to Z. And there we go. Because I had my cursor in the middle of this, it's actually quite nicely in the middle as well. So if I just what we'll do as well when it comes to it, we're gonna remove the tops and the bottoms of this circle. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So that's very much in the style of the previous one. But what we're going to do is we're going to now... How do I select? Well, I think now is a good opportunity actually to just jump into here and actually remove. I don't want to overcomplicate, so if I remove the faces from the top and the bottom, because nobody's ever going to see those. Now, and then if I say, right, select round. Now I do... I want to do a sort of a loop cut on these, to be honest. I think we're going to do that. Ready? First things first. Yeah, I'm going to do a loop cut. Ready? So, loop cut and slide. We're going to do this to... I think probably that many. Seems about right. Okay. Then I've got to think, how am I doing this? I'm going to try doing something a little risky. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to try beveling these loop cuts. So if I do F3, and I'm going to see bevel. See what happens. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cute. Can work with that. Okay, so I'm gonna try doing a trick now that again I've no idea what's gonna happen. This is not my bread and butter here. We are going to use proportional editing. And if I scale on the X and the Z, what happens? Come further now. Okay. Not what I want though. So if I just undo that. Now I'm going to take this proportional edit mode to something a lot smaller. So we would say maybe, I don't know, 0.9 of a meter scale. X and Z in. Nope, that's not good. It's getting there, it's close. It's just not quite what I want. So we say 0. I don't know, maybe 3. And actually, maybe spherical would be good. Or sharp, actually. Sharp might be good. So if I now scale X and Z. I mean, sure. It's kind of what I wanted, yeah. Although not quite. Actually, let's just take that back. So if I can take this back to the bevel operations again. So, no. So if I say bevel of edges now. Just make them smaller, right? Kind of like that, I suppose. Yeah, okay, why not? And we loop cut the one, we loop cut the second. And then I'm just doing this around bloody order, but it's an actually matter. I probably should have done it on the bottom too. Every time I do it, I keep thinking of better ways to do it. Okay, and then we, with proportionality on, scale Z and X in. Oh, no. Scale. No. Just set this to smaller, so 0.1. That's it, spherical. Scale, Z and X. No, X and Z. Nope. Let's just try turning off proportionality and see what happens when we do this. So, and in. That's fine. And then what I want to do is I want to press. Yeah, so Control and plus. Goes one out. Hey, Sweet Valley and Mac and Cheese, how you doing? So if I scale X and Z, you're going to pull that just in just a bit. Just a tad, I think we should do it. I know in it was like just these nice little grooves. One through, which is great. So now the next thing I think I need to do. This is risky. I'm getting playful with these things, I gotta be honest. This is so if I see like inset faces, what happens? Oh, not that one. I think it's inset individual, isn't it? Hang on. F3 inset faces. That's no good. Let's say extrude. I know it's extrude individual. Extrude individual faces, so if I pull them out, oops, out a little bit, oh, half I don't know what I'm doing. Whoa. It's kind of cool, that. Oh, it's not really what I want. So, I think what I need to do is something called a checker box select. So I do that. Checker deselect. Oh, I want to do it on all of them, really. Select and check select. Okay. Select check select. Oh, that kind of worked out okay, but it sort of did it oddly. But that's okay. Let's see what we can do now. So if I say F3, let's say extreme individuals. So maybe if I scale that X instead. I mean, sure. Do we have inset? Oh, that might be a nice effect. So if we just scale up X inset image. Oh, that's kind of doing things, isn't it? Not sure if that's exactly what I want, but I missed one. Oh, pain in the ass. Maybe if I just stack them, right? Oh well. Let's you can try it. You can indeed try it. Yeah, scratch this. Let's do this a different way. If I get rid of the faces. Oh, I need X-ray turned on for this. I was sending him a select the ones that are facing me, so if I just do that, and any faces? Ah, shit. Delete, and I'm going to say, yeah, versus seems perfect. Okay, now. Shit. Nope. What if I select just edges? Delete edges? That's more like it. Okay, so. Oh, we've got more edges up here that need to be gone out. That looks great. Okay, now if I select these. Now, what I need to do is to duplicate these, okay? And then we need to rotate on the x-axis by 180. And then we need to pull these down, so G and down to here. Oh. So again, we need to use our thingy. Like so. Wonderful. Okay, we now have a sort of a cutout, which is quite nice. So, if I now come out of here, you can see that's a fairly non-complex shape. I think that's going to work well to be efficient. So, if I now add an array, and I'm going to do this +1 on the Z. Okay, and then we can just barrel them up a bit. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually happy with this design, to be honest. It's functional, but does it look pretty? No, I don't think it does. Okay, so if I press skin up and Z down to back. Right, great. That's now done. And then if I add, generate, and we're gonna go array. 2.74. Oh, we have some columns, guys. We have some columns. It's just arrayed. Do want these columns to be? Do I want to do white? I'm not sure. So either way, they're coming along. They're coming along, and we could actually sort of just make sure these are all here. Because the stairs need to be moved up a bit. And this cylinder, it has a name and it's a main hall column. We're definitely going for simple columns initially, but we might spruce them a bit. I've got some displacement thingy-bobs to play with over time, so we'll see what we can do there. What we'll do is we'll try a little trick I'll show you actually, and so you can see even though my stairs are in array, you'll notice the UV mapped texture does differ on each one. Even though it's a copy in the object, you'd think that it would put the texture on each repetition in the same place, but it doesn't, because we've played with this little feature in the array. We can basically offset the U and the V to differentiate the texture. I think when you set them both to 0, right, check what happens. If you edit the same texture repeated, it looks ugly, right? Same shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 copies or something. But yeah, if you start just sliding these, it varies it, which is quite nice. Good little trick if you ever think, my stairs all look repeated. Cool. Alright, so we're just going to quickly hop into here. And the reason I wanted to show you that is because we're going to pop that into here as well. So, yeah, it's interesting. So, if I jump back down to modifiers, then we can change the UV's look. So we can again differentiate those textures. Quite nice. What I used to do on sort of like when we're building with primitives, I'd just slightly rotate the objects a bit to sort of make them differentiate, but that's quite nice. But you'll notice that the base ones are not changing. That's because that's on a different array. So if we take this down to UVs and just play with that way, you can see we're wildly varying it up, which is quite nice. It just makes it look a little bit different in each case. Now the final trick I wanted to do with this is put a save that. I want to sort of taper them a little bit, right? So how do we do that? Well, one way of doing it, if I just add in, I'll put it into curves because it's not technically an object, okay? Actually, I wonder, can I... This might be time to experiment. I love the early parts of these builds because before you've got too much set in stone, no pun intended, you can really sort of play around with different, like, oh, I wonder what will happen if I do this type scenarios. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop in a modifier and see if there's anything for like tapering. So I think they'll be either generate or deform. Deform? Do we heard taper? I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, I'll show you the trick that I would use to do this. So if I press tab on G, you can see that all these columns have been just generated off this. So if I now say, right, size that just very slightly on X and Z, X and Shift Z, pull it in just a little, just a smidge, okay? Not much, not much. Right there, that's good. If I come out of here and you can see that's made the top go a little bit smaller. And then what we do is we add in, if we're adding a, it's not a curve that I'm adding in, but I'm going to put it under there because it's not an exportable object, okay? So keeping it separate from your geometry, good thing to do. So what we do here is we bring in an empty, okay? And empties are how we have more control over certain operations. So if I put it a plane axis, it doesn't need to be any more than that. Okay. We'll say like column Thanks. Excuse me. Column taper. So this, if I bring up this thing, you can see that this empty has a its scale is set to 1k, and it's currently sat down there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in this, I think it's the first array controls the up-down, isn't it? Yes, it does. So in the first one, I'm going to add an object offset to take the spot. I will go out, say you need to be the column taper. Let's could go skewer, because this object is quite far down, so I'm going to bring him up to the origin point of the first object. So if I select and press the E and up we go, should actually be quite easy to trace, because we just got to pull up to about here. And then watch what happens if I do a scale of the empty object using the X and Shift Z. Whoa, extreme close-up. So what that's done, you can see it. It's very, very subtle on purpose, but the columns actually get narrower as they go up. And if I just show you that, like, what happens? Actually, if I do it just like that, you can actually see that's the full whack, right? If we take it all the way, takers are in strange, but that's not what we're trying to do, of course. We are just trying to taper it a little bit, no more. Because if you look at a lot of columns, they don't go straight up. They start off quite heavy at the bottom, and they get a little bit thingy at the top. So if I just do it like sort of like there we go. So we have ourselves a lovely taper going on the columns, and that's only applied to the first one. Obviously, we don't apply it to the other ones because that would do all kinds of weird crap like this. The job of this thing is just to say it's an object offset now. So take this and just scale it. You can see I've scaled it like down to 0.93. If I was to take this like on the X down to like, I'm just copy that to clip, I would say like down to 0.5, you see it gets half the width every time, but only on that one axis. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's gonna bring that back. So yeah, it's nice to just have a bit of a taper there. And you know, I remember when I was doing columns for New Olympus over in Bandron, I really struggled with this. I end up buying columns as an asset. It's just testament now that actually you can create this stuff from scratch really easily. And again, there's lots of different ways you can do it. You got to think something that's relatively kind to geometric complexity. What's seen is running on a headset. Can't be a million faces. But yeah, that's worked out quite well. Right, so I'm probably going to end this here, to be honest, guys. That's a good session. We've done some wonderful things with curves. For offsets, we've got some staircases in now, which is nice. Sorry it took me a bit long to sort that one out, but we'll get there. Now I'm just quickly going to plop this in here, actually, because you can see applying this, you've got that horrible repeating pattern now. But it's okay, because if we go back to, oh no, actually, the modifiers were applied because I was having so much fun with it. So if I don't do something risky, this could go really wrong. If I just say unwrap and hue projection, what we got? I mean, it's not terrible. It works. Kinda. Continuous. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Hello, NEHD. Yeah, it's fine. You have to go around and cull an absolute ton of back faces with this. I'll share a trick actually just before I go, because I wasn't really paying attention to a lot of the origins that I had all in place. So all in place. If you just select all, we're pressing A, you can see all the origins on everything. And press F3 and you can see the origin to geometry. But you probably didn't see that, but what happened is it actually aligned the origins of everything. Why is there origin in there? That's... Oh, it's because there's two objects. That's fun. I want that. Good stuff. How you doing today, buddy? Okay? I'm just about to end the stream and go make some dinner. Oh, I've just noticed, look at this. By sorting out that origin, what's happened is actually everything's gone to hell. So let's just check this. Our luck has gone down, so that's fine. So what I need to do now is in share. This signal up a little, and then we'll get it, guys. So here we go. So 1 is too much. Oh, and I need to say 0.9. No. 1.1. Too much. 1.0. Oh, no, 3, no, 2. Close. We're getting close. 4, very close. 6. Oh, is that bob on? Oh, it's so close it hurts, but we're not quite there yet, guys. I can't just leave it like that. 0.6. 5 maybe? No, shit out of the way. 0.55. Oh, that works. Let's just check. We lined up at the top. No, but we're not quite, but I'll come back and sort it out. Hey, Nolo, you came? Okay, wonderful. Well, yeah, I think that wraps it up for today's session. I mean, we all make some food for me and Jenny, and then we'll be in the Lotus Inn just a little bit, and I'll send Jenny a little message in the background. I'm sure she'll be quite happy. There's fish tonight. Yay! I do like fish, but it's So I've got to stick to the fish, but it's challenging eating the same thing every day. Although we do vary it. We had steak last night. Oh, so basically, Ophelia, decimating the stairs. There's a few different ways of doing it. Let me. Shit. Well, actually, do you know what? This whole thing, is gonna be on. Yeah, it's on YouTube and Twitch. So if you do need to go back and catch it, it will be in there, okay? But what I did, was when I subdivided it to make it a Bayer curve, and subdivision is kind of essential for that, it basically put like 1 trillion bloody faces on it. So what I did, just as a hint, and I won't do it, I won't keep it again, but if I go generate and decimate, what I used, instead of just doing the collapse and then subdivide, which did take the faces down a lot, what I did was I said to planar. Now what planar does, like, notice that when we bring this down on the collapse, you can see the ratio governs how many shapes less we're going to use, right? But we don't want that, not in this context, because this is quite simple, and these stairs are quite blocky. If I went to planar, so planar basically says that anything that is of a 5-degree angle to its neighbour, less than a 5-degree angle to its neighbour, then consider it to be merged into one face. And so we took it from like 6 million bloody faces, just using that sole logic. Now, it locked up Blender for about 2 minutes while it worked that one out, but it got rid of something in the region of like, I think it was 6 or 7 million faces, right down to about 843, just by applying the logic. So planar is very good when you've got flat surfaces. You don't tend to use it that often, but when you've got relatively flat things going on, it's a good one to look at. I wouldn't recommend it for things like asteroids or more interesting things. But yeah, the Olympus is underway, guys. We're getting there. Let's just do a little flash of the terrain, really. Oop, we've got so much work left to do on that. But yeah, it's looking alright. It's looking alright. The terrain is just a draft at the moment. It's not final. That is also decimated to high hell to keep the faces down. And you can see that even though it's decimated to high hell, it's still incredibly complex. It's triangulated it too. Always remember to triangulate things. When you've got any kind of fancy curves going on, run it through a triangulate. I imported it into Horizons earlier, and it was missing all these archways until I turned on triangulate on it, and then it started to show them. Just didn't know how to process. Didn't know how to process that. Wonderful. We are coming together, guys. Now, the fun is going to be that when we've got it more or less reconstructed as is where it's going to go from there. We're going to have really comfy looking sofas in different spots. I don't want to expand it massively, but I'm already putting a mind to, can I create sort of sub-levels? Can I create like little rooms inside here or whatever? and they'll have to distance things downwards a bit to get away with that. But we can do so much with like being able to edit vertices directly. Yeah, imagine having like little room under there. I know I could. It's not final, but it's just this frees us up so much to do so many things. Like I was battling capacity before, and I managed to get it to like I think it was it was such a simple design because we were using sort of basically blocks and cylinders and hemispheres that that because of that we can make it quite big and still legally support like something like 28 users or something like that, which was amazing, right? It was crazy. You couldn't make that up, but I was very big on sort of just trying to baffle the capacity and not cheating the system. I know this is back in the days when everyone was sort of glitching the user capacity. I was always quite religious about that. Like I always believed capacity limits were there for a reason, even though yeah, sure they weren't exactly right to come up the point. Like, they did keep changing them, but it was just to give the users the best possible experience. I respect that. It's kind of what it's all about. Right. Anyway, guys, Len's just kind of crashed on me, so I'm gonna... okay, we're back. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And, well, I'll be in the Lotus later. So please stop by. And then coached at 9 o'clock, don't forget.